covering news that matters. Fox 23 News at 5 starts right now.
State senators announced a more than $250 million funding package for Oklahoma education. Thanks for joining us. I'm Nathan Thompson.
And I'm Shay Rozzi. Senate leaders made the announcement with more dollars going to teacher pay and literacy initiatives, but it does put a cap on the teacher retirement system.
Senate Democrats and members of the State House from both sides of the aisle are sounding the alarm. Fox 23's Devin Lyon joins us live in studio with a breakdown of the Senate funding package. Devin.
And they're hoping to push that funding package through, but keep a relatively flat budget, which means no tax increase to you at home. But the $254 million has to be pulled from somewhere, and it's unclear if their colleagues in the House are on board with that.
How unique this proposal is, especially in a year where we've talked about keeping the budget very, very tight.
State Senate leaders announced Tuesday morning a large funding package for Oklahoma's education system, which still sputters at second to last in the nation.
They found a way to make meaningful investments in education once again in our state using no new money, and that is worth highlighting.
1 month ago, senators announced their education priorities, and now they're trying to fit those into a flat budget.
I said the plan that we were presenting you for education this year wasn't a wish list. And I think what you'll see today was we didn't just file bills and hope that we could find some dollars in the couch cushions.
It's a $254 million funding package going to Oklahoma schools. In that taxpayer-funded package is a $2,500 across-the-board teacher pay raise. $50 million for the Strong Readers Act, which includes literacy coaches, summer school, and retention programs. $10 million going for math coaches, and near $30 million to the overall school funding formula and several other program investments.
Number of ideas with funding sources attached to them. What we found in the end, if we want to increase educational outcomes across the state of Oklahoma, not only do we need a plan, but we have to invest in the people that implement that plan.
Senators say the funding formula does not take away money from the teacher retirement system, but it slashed the yearly taxpayer investment from $450 million to just $200 million.
I want to be clear here because this is a point that can't be missed. We're not capping the contribution. The state has been paying above and beyond the traditional contribution to catch that fund up, and the state will continue to make an additional payment. So that fund will continue to grow.
Democrats circled this as one of their chief concerns. Senator Mark Mann says this would prevent a cost of living adjustment, or COLA, for retired teachers, fixing the retirement investment. He said, quote, the Republican proposal would be paid for by lowering the state's investment in the teachers' retirement system. We are confident this will put a COLA for retired educators at risk. Now, in order for this to fully go through and impact your schools, students, and teachers, it needs House approval. All budgetary teams at the Capitol did meet privately today at noon, and immediately after that meeting, House Education Chair and Republican Trey Caldwell raised concerns about the, quote, Pew plan and any negative impact to teacher retirement. I'll keep you updated as this plan seeks further approval in the coming weeks. Live in studio, covering news that matters, Devin Lyon, Fox 23 News.
The State Department of Education only requested an extra $23 million for flex benefits from the state legislature. Superintendent Lyndall Fields sent us this statement after the Senate rolled out its funding plan. It reads, quote, today's announcement from the Senate is encouraging. Obviously, we are still reviewing and gaining an understanding of all that's included, but many of the listed priorities align with those of OSDE, specifically with regard to literacy and teacher recruitment retention. I'm hopeful of what will come from these types of solution-oriented conversations. We have the Senate's full funding package breakdown in this story on Fox23.com.